Nature. Astonishing, isn't it? Mesmerizing. Every act of nature and the response of the animals, plants, and other things connected to it always astonish us. Let's talk on such one of the topic which has been always in discussions. Let us see the phases of the moon. You can see the waxing and the waning moon. Does this affect the nature of human body? The functioning of the human body? Yes. How? Let's see in this video. And what we do, our consumption of water and food also affects us during these phases. How even our ancestors had connected the proper functioning of the body related to the phases of the moon is also discussed in this video. So let's start. Let's discuss about the human body first. Do you know 60% of the human body consists of the water? Brain comprises of 73% of water, lungs 83% of the water, and blood consists of 95% of water. So, does the functioning of moon, waxing and waning moon has to do with our body? Let's see. Our body is 60% of water, so how it affects? Let's see in the video. What water does to our body? Why do we always have seen doctors advising drink more water so that your intestines will cleanse your intestine. It is required, don't let it dehydrate. The functioning of our gut health, the cells, the membranes, the joints, the digestive system, everything depends upon water. How? Let's see one by one. It forms saliva. It helps in the formation of saliva in digestive system, and it is needed by the brain to manufacture hormones and neurotransmitters. It regulates body temperature, sweating and respiration process it aids, acts as a shock absorbent for brain and spinal cord, converts food to components needed for digestion and survival, helps deliver oxygen to entire body, flushes body waste mainly in urine, allows body cells to grow, reproduce and survive, flushes body waste, and also water is the major component of all the body parts and helps keeps mucosal membrane moist. So this is all about how water helps in proper functioning of the body. Now let's discuss about the moon. We all know that moon has the gravitational pull. So whenever the moon's gravitational pull on earth and the earth's rotation force are the two main factors that causes high and low tides in the sea, we all know that. Okay, the side of the earth closest to the moon experiences the moon's pull the strongest, and hence the water in our body is also getting affected here. Maybe in a minor constraint, but still it gets affected when the functioning of the water inside the body in turn affects the function of hormone production, the functioning of the gut health, everything is affected. So hence it also, the behavior of human being also changes accordingly. If you see in this, it is very way deep actually to discuss here. So psychologically also a person behaves accordingly to the full moon and like the waxing and waning moon. It is also being studied extensively, and it is a way different deep topic, I can say. So the anger, the grief, the happiness, all these are again related to the hormones, the fluids which are acting inside our body. The cell production, how at what rate the cells are being produced, how they are being generated inside, not only the water, and how the food is affecting the cell production and generation and degeneration in the body. This leads us to another term, biological term I can say, called autophagy. How is autophagy and fasting related? We will discuss. When a person does fasting, either he totally avoids food. Fasting is done in various forms across our country. Not only in the country, we can see across the world people fasting in different modes. Usually, the scientific research has proved that non vegetarians have to fast about over a month to cleanse their system, and pure vegetarians can fast once in 15 days. And hence, a day in Hinduism called Ekadashi is chosen, where a person does like fasting, and it again is way deeper. It is connected to the spirituality aspect also, and 24 different kinds of ekadashis are performed across India, and every part of India the ekadashi is celebrated in way different ways. Some consume food, different forms of food. Some do it only on fruits and milk, some on vegetable, and some use different atta called sattuka atta, sabudana, and all. The food is prepared using these stuff and it is consumed. So what is better for our health? Let's discuss in a scientific way. So let me first explain the process of autophagy. Autophagy is the body's way of cleaning out damaged cells in order to regenerate newer, healthier cells. According to Priya Khurana, PhD in Nutrition Education from Columbia University, auto means self, phagy means eat. So the meaning of autophagy is self-eating. That is referred to as self-devouring. While that may sound something weird that you would not like to happen to your body, but it's actually very beneficial to our overall health, because it is a self-preservation mechanism through which the body can remove the dysfunctional cells and recycle parts of them towards cellular repair and cleaning, according to board-certified cardiologist Dr. Lucia Petri. It is recycling and cleaning at the same time, just like hitting a reset button to your body. It promotes survival, it gives you long life and adaptation as response to various stressors and toxins accumulated in our cells. The benefits of autophagy seem to come like from the principle of anti-aging. How it works, let me tell you. Autophagy declines as we age. Okay, we need to accelerate it. So this means cells that no longer work or may do harm are allowed to multiply as we age, which is the MO of cancer cells. So we need to increase the autophagy that has been declined. Okay, so how to do it and how our diet patterns, our fasting is related to this, now you are slowly connecting, I believe. Fasting is the most effective way to trigger autophagy. So the diet which is deprived of carbs, so how it shifts in calorie sources causes your body to shift its metabolic pathways. It will begin to use fat for fuel instead of glucose that is derived from carbohydrates. Now when you don't eat carbohydrates on fasting like Ekadashi, how it helps? So in India and Nepal, Ekadashi is one such day to cleanse the body, aid repair and rejuvenation, and is usually observed by partial or complete fasting. High protein and carbohydrate containing foods such as beans and grains are not consumed by observant people during the fast, as it is the day to cleanse the body. As I have told you, there are 24 different types of Ekadashis, and what to be consumed on each Ekadashi has been set by our ancestors to cleanse our body. A link for this I will be giving in the description box, you can go through. So how it helps? Let's see. Ekadashi fasting is compared to any other day of moon cycle. Why on this day? This day is chosen because the atmospheric pressure is supposed to be the lowest on the coming days. So this is the ideal time to fast and cleanse our bowel systems. Ekadashi is the 11th day of the lunar fortnight. Devotees keep a day-long fast on this day and break it only on the next day, which is called Dwadashi. So if we talk the autophagy or the hourly benefits of fasting for 24 hours, then this is the stage when autophagy begins. It drains all the glycogen stores. Ketones are released into the bloodstream. So sometimes Ekadashi is done twice, as I have seen my ancestors doing that. That time, actually, when it is again increased to the next day, then autophagy increases to 30% more, immune system reset, and regeneration starts. Can you imagine regeneration of the cells? According to Vedic astronomy, Ekadashi, the 11th day of lunar fortnight, is said to be conducive for the mind to be in its natural state of wisdom. Hence, when we fast and orient the mind, it's likely to act better. It is also said to decrease the markers of oxidative stress and inflammation. Also, there is a lot of benefit for asthma related symptoms like wheezing and nocturnal cough. You can see in this small video clip provided by my daughter how the autophagy process takes place. So you can see a cell eating of a cell, in short. In Leiber's research on patients with manic depressions, he noticed the reoccurrence of clinical psychiatric symptoms during extreme tidal days. So when Ekadashi falls just few days before this extreme tidal day, and you can clearly connect what I mean to say. This my whole research is based on inquiry based learning. In 2016, Japanese scientist Yoshinori Osumi won the Nobel Prize for his discoveries into the mechanisms of autophagy. Hope my video will benefit all with very good health, and I hope everybody will start fasting for the good. Thank you so much. Hope you like my videos. If you like our work, kindly don't forget to subscribe our channel and share to as many as possible. Let every human being on this earth benefit. Thank you so much.